Well, hello, welcome to my stream. I'm going to do just a short one, and it's mostly it's just a demo of the UP 8500 horsepower gas turbine. I bought the Battle of Sherman Hill DLC just a couple of days ago because it was on sale. But I already had Sherman Hill, and depending on when you bought Sherman Hill, you may or may not have got this turbine free with it, or maybe you got it with the Battle. I never really had done this intro. I tried to run it, it wouldn't run. It turns out that it does not run under 64-bit, and DTG support said there are a number of earlier scenarios, 2015 or previous, that don't run under 64. So this is running as a 32-bit. So I've already tried it out just to see what it's like, but I'll start it again. And like I said, this is a demo scenario. So what it'll do is I'll just sit here and it'll run through and explain the various parts of the route, of the turbine itself. It's a three-unit unit. The front part has a diesel engine and provides, I think provides enough power to run a compressor to start up the turbine, which is in the second unit. The third unit is filled with fuel because I think it runs, I don't know, 1.5 liters a minute or something it burns. It goes through a lot of fuel, this turbine, because it's a turbine. Oh, here we are. Hopefully we're not too loud, but one unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, and then a long train behind just to show it off. So, just about the crest of Summit. Take a few minutes to appreciate this awesome machine. No. I'll let everybody read these for themselves. Camera changes. I can switch it, but I just left it on as is. You can move the mouse around, zoom. You know, down in the HUD, the RPM is showed. It's running at 4860 RPM. The reverser, yeah, we know how a reverser works. So A cab is a cab and a small diesel. B is the turbine, and the third one is the fuel tender. And this one runs at 4860 RPM, not 6500 like the manual says. And yes, we know what a throttle is. Down the bottom, you can see we're going through various info. 1, 2, 3. Got full throttle and no brakes. So that's where we currently are. Like I said, this scenario is a number of views and some description of how this works. I wanted to get this in now that I've discovered how to make it. If you run 64-bit, it crashes as soon as it loads the scenario. The train derails. Now I know, when in doubt, try 32-bit. Diesel motor is 850. Very low, so you can move around the yards and get the turbine up and running. And over 6,000, actually, it's 4860. go through a tunnel. There used to be a problem with these. If you went through a tunnel, brake controls, yes, we know how brake works. If you went through a tunnel, it could, the exhaust could blow back into the intake and it could snuff out the turbine for lack of oxygen. But they've changed apparently changed it to angle back 30 degrees and encourage you to go faster than 15 miles an hour into a tunnel. 24,000, yeah, 1.5, 1.5 liters a second. Oh. There we are into a tunnel. I'll do a tour later of the controls. Some of these, yes. The Academy does not tell you about this one, but it tells you in general about driving trains. Some of these work, some of these don't. Oh yeah, this is the game not doing this for me. There's a load meter. Notching gauge shows where I should be applying power. Excuse me. Head over to scenario 2 with the switcher in Cheyenne Yard. So that's the next one that I'll try after this. Now, just for the sake of it, I'll show you. We have full brakes. I'll take the throttle right down to nothing. And in fact, I'll put a dynamic brake on too. Still takes a while to slow down. But that's this scenario. And well, the dynamic brake will stop, but I'll kill the turbine for you with this engine start-stop switch. Once we start that, you can see the turbine RPM are dropping. And there's a light up here that came on that was saying cool down. So that'll go until the RPM drops. Once the RPM gets down, I think about 350, then this gauge will start showing the auxiliary diesel engine RPM, which is 350. So that's where we're going. Oh. Let's stop this scenario. So. It'll take a while. Let me go back here to main menu. And hopefully you enjoyed it. And I'll be back on later to do more scenarios on Sherman Hill. And there we go. Ta-ta for now, my friends. We'll catch you later.